This is Twit.
Time for our tips or favorite stuff. What do you got? Anything you're downloading? Are you downloading the iOS GM seed right now as we speak?
No, I've already downloaded it. So
that would be. I'm gonna have to pay $99 so that because I'm gonna be in Italy or somewhere on the 20th.
yeah, sorry. No, I brought a gadget.
Ooh, I know what this is because I has one too.
Do you have one too?
Oh, but we should ask the people at home. Do you know what this is? It is not a shark fin.
Sharknado.
It looks like one with a flat top. Oh, wait a minute. Here's a little tip. It's got an Ethernet port on the back, a power port, and a USB port. Wait a minute. Ooh, is there a babushka doll in it? A Russian matryoshka
Yes,
doll
it keeps opening.
No, there's a hard drive in it. What is that, Chris Breen?
This is a connected data's transporter. And the scenario is this.
I have one, but I haven't used it. Tell me, is it cool?
It is cool. Because a lot of people use and share data over Dropbox or SugarSync or one of these other services. And that's great. Except the nice thing about the transporter is that all your data is stored locally on the drive here.
Now, that's a laptop drive, but they have, what, gigabyte and 512 gigabyte, 512 terabyte and 2 terabyte choices. So you can get it populated.
Right. And if you don't, you can get it $199
without
anything. And if you have a hard drive sitting around, you just throw your own in there.
Those are laptop drives, yeah.
And the nice thing about this is that some people are concerned about keeping their data up in the cloud, particularly if you're in medicine, you're an attorney, you don't want that stuff on a cloud service. So instead, you store it here, you plug it into your router via an Ethernet cable, or you can get a wireless adapter if you want. You will share files with people just as you would with Dropbox. And instead of going up to the cloud, they're going actually to your device. It uploads out through your Ethernet port, and people can get the stuff that's stored directly here. One of the nice things about this is that you can have multiple units across offices. So let's say you have a dental office, for example, and you've got 5 different units throughout this thing. You can have a transporter in each and every one, and they will sync all the data between all 5 of them automatically. So regardless of where you are, you go from your home where you have one to your office, you can have access to that same record and that same data. In order to use this, however, you need to be using the transporter client on your computer. You don't do it through a web browser because the people who make this say, you know, that's kind of one of the problems we have with cloud storage because it's not secure.
Yeah.
So any data that is transferred over here is encrypted.
It's AES 256, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it goes up, it's encrypted. When it comes down, it's decrypted by the transporter software that's on your computers.
So I am able to browse. I'm looking at my transporter at home right now. I just can't get the files off of it, but I can see what's going on. I see it's connected. So I download the transporter software, put it on this machine, and now, like as I travel, I could sync to it like I would Dropbox. It'll be waiting for me at home when I get home.
Yep, absolutely.
And I love the idea of having dual transporters and using that as a mutual backup solution.
Yeah, so these are people that originally came from Drobo. Nice software. They've updated to the 2.0 software, which is a easy to install interface. Again, you can supply your own drive, just pay the $199, and you can have a couple of gigs of storage. If you tried to do that on a cloud service, you'd be paying through the nose.
Yeah. I mean, you may say, well, that sounds expensive, but it's cheaper than buying a terabyte on Dropbox or
exactly.
Google Drive.
And then also, consider the security.
Yeah.
There's some people that just can't use cloud storage, and this is the solution.
Right. Their whole pitch to me was this works just like Dropbox. So that's what I'm curious to see. I have it set up. I just haven't used it. It's actually they were bought back by Drobo, so now
they're back in.
Yeah, they're back in Drobo. Oh. It's so funny. Yeah, transporter, and it's at connecteddata.com.
Right, or you can also go to filetransporter.com.
Oh, okay,
and that'll take you there.
Renee, Richie, what do you got for us today?
I have an oldie but a goodie, Leo. There's an app called Air Video that you run a little server app on your computer, and then it's an app that runs on your iPhone or iPad. And on the surface, it just does one thing. It will take any video you have on your computer, it will transcode it on the fly if it has to, and it will push it either to your iOS device or via AirPlay to a big screen TV attached to your Apple TV. So if you have a bunch of old videos on your computer and you just want to watch them on your Apple TV and you don't want to have to go through and run them through Handbrake or do anything else to make them Apple TV compatible, it'll do all of that for you.
Oh, that's
the
neat.
nice thing. Absolutely. And the nice thing I used it for is that my mother still has a big CRT television. It works. She sees no reason to update to an LCD TV, but that means she can't use an Apple TV. So if I go there, I just can't, there's no putting an Apple TV on it. There's no direct way to connect anything anymore. So what I did is I took an old iPod Touch and I just used the old AV cable, connected it to her TV, and put this app on it. And now I can take any video on my computer in the same way that I would over an Apple TV. I can just project it to the CRT television. And it'll even support iTunes DRM videos by shooting them into Safari first and use Safari to decode them, authorize and decode them, and then shoot that back to the television set. So for anyone on older television technology that the new Apple TVs don't support, or for anyone who has a bunch of videos that they collected way before iTunes became the monolith that it is now, it's a really smart, really clever, really easy app to just let you watch the videos on your computer or whatever connected storage you have on your device or your Apple TV.